All right, 157 people die, including 8 Americans, after Ethiopian Airlines plane crashes just minutes after takeoff to Nairobi. Amid anger, rescue services took 2 hours to reach the site as safety record of 737 is questioned. Absolutely no survivors. We'll be going over this crash and looking more into it. I just wish they had a better photographer, because if I was this photographer and I did this for a living, I'd probably be fired. It's just a very strange plane crash, and I'll show you why. All right, if we get into it. 7 Brits among 157 dead after Ethiopian Airlines plane crashes just minutes after takeoff. Amid anger, services took 2 hours, blah, 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 blah. If you read down here, it said the flight took off from Ethiopia on Sunday. This is just Sunday morning, yesterday. And it's amazing how the grounds are so clear and so clean. You know, if I didn't know any better, I would say no plane crash, but obviously it crashed because the news is reporting it. So this happened Sunday morning at 8:38 a.m., which is 11:11. You get 8 and 3 is 11. You got 8 and 3 is 11. That's 11:11 local time. Then down here, okay, families arriving at the airports in Kenya and Ethiopia. So they had a mall shooting in Kenya. There seems to be a certain theme. And here's just 2 pictures of two people over here. I've seen this picture a million times. It's so familiar to me. Hand over the head, phone to the ear. This is from yesterday's crash. Hand over the head, phone to the ear. Okay? It just, to me, if I didn't know any better, to me it looks staged. I'm sorry, it really does. But we all know a plane crashed here, and heart goes out to all the families that lost all these people. There were 33 nationalities on board. There were exactly 33 nationalities on board. Now, why would you report that? I don't understand why you would. Let's say,
hey, did you get a picture of any of the plane crash? No. Did you get a picture of the engines? No. Did you get a picture of all the debris? Well, 2 pieces. Oh, but there was 33 nationalities. How do you know? Where?
They're all dead bodies all over the place.
How many nationalities did you get? Oh, there was 33 nationalities. Well, it's a good thing. We got to report that. Yes. Hey, Sam, did you get the nationalities? Yes, there was 33 nationalities. Make sure you put that in the video.
Oh, there was 33 nationalities on board. Wow, they are so thorough. The only problem here is they forgot the plane.
Nice, neat little hole. One little piece of the plane.
These plane crashes, they crash so neatly. And they don't even have to pick up the giant steel motors that don't disintegrate. Now, if I was this cameraman and this is the only shot that I got, this is very strange. It's zoomed in, so not to see the vastness of how big this plane crash is. But other than that, they show a sneaker facing one direction. Then the exact sneaker,
by coinkydink,
landed totally 100% across from it,
coinkydink,
facing the opposite direction.
And that's a coinkydink, too, because, if I didn't know better, this would represent half and half, or duality, or the good you and the bad you, one facing one way, one facing the other. They're like they're trying to tell us something, but we're too blind to see it.
You know. But if I was this cameraman, I would be fired. I zoom in on the sneaker. I would back up the lens a little bit, maybe, I don't know, get where the plane crashed, where the engines are, where the luggage is, where the debris is. There's no debris. And here you go. I don't know what is this big hunking thing in the bag? It just doesn't resemble bodies to me. But we all know this happened. This was a plane crash. And if I was them, I would have more respect for these bodies. Why would you ask, Max? Well, for starters, I would have the gates opened. Yes. As to respect the bodies, so I wouldn't have to push it underneath the damn fence. But, if I didn't know any better, I would be doing it exactly how they're doing it, because I wouldn't. If it was not dead bodies in there, it doesn't matter. I wouldn't have to have respect for it. All they had to do was open one latch, and bingo, you can have the other guy, 2 people on top, 2 people on the bottom, gently prick it up, and then they could lift it instead of sliding it, pushing it through like, I don't know, salami. And notice how everything is nice and neat all around. What fields were they before? That's all the straw that's around. Remember now, today's Monday. This happened Sunday morning. They didn't have time to clean all this crap up. And as you can see, here's a piece of the plane. Not too suspicious at all, is it? And of course, this. How many times we've seen this in Kenya? Almost identical. Okay. All the crashes, all the shootings. This is what you see. Okay. We see it 1,000 times. This is what the cameraman catches. But what actually happened, you're not going to see that, are you? Where's the rest of the pictures? That's it. This whole plane disappeared in a field. These giant engines melted, along with all the luggage. But the people are still there in bags. No parts of the plane except for, let's see if we can find it, nice and clean. What field is this that they landed in? What is this? And where's the photographer? And I would like to personally talk to him and fire him myself, because this man accomplished the impossible. He got up early in the morning, drove his car down to a plane crash as a professional photographer, and somehow managed not to capture the plane crash. It's just, you have to be fired for something ridiculous like that. It's like,
Well, you went down there, right? Yeah. I got a picture of hold on, I got it someplace. A piece of the plane, little tiny 1-foot piece of the plane. I got a lady with her hand on her head. I got somebody like in a pumpkin field loading up something into the truck. I don't know what it is. And I got a picture, wait for it, of a fucking sneaker. Look at that. Hey, boss, do I get the $1 million shot or what? Do I get an Emmy, a Pulitzer? What do I get? What do I get for this?
you get a big kick in the ass if the editor said, "What the hell is it? That's the plane crash?"
I did the best I can. I zoomed all the way in on the sneaker instead of having a wide-angle view of the massiveness of the devastation of the plane crash.
So let me get this straight. You got in your car.
Yes. You skipped the coffee shop. Didn't want to miss the crash, boss. No coffee for me this morning. You went all through the red lights. Yes, I had a free pass for that. And you get to the plane crash. Yes, I did. And you forgot to photograph the actual crash of the plane, where it crashed, and the engines and the suitcase and the luggage and the devastation and all the junk that's all around. Ooh, I see your point there, boss. My bad. Maybe next time, you know. Maybe because I didn't have my coffee, you know.
And some people say, hey, well, Max, you have to have respect. This has nothing to do with respect of people dying, because they're showing you this fake shot of fucking people sitting over here. Like this is someone's head. What is that, a pumpkin? This is what is this? Manure and straw? Where did they crash?
Well, we don't know because the photographer really sucks, evidently.
But this is the best he can do. He zoomed in on a sneaker and it has the identical sneaker on the other side.
Like we're that dumb. Like in a plane crash, your sneaker will land exactly 100% on the opposite side, facing the opposite direction. It happens all the time.
No, you're half and half. This is because of dum-dums. Then you got some other wise ass. Say, hey, boss.
Yes? Shouldn't we show the actual motors in the plane and the luggage and the devastation of what crashed? Goes, no! It costs too much money, sonny. Well, then, won't people not believe it? Well, if they make a YouTube video, we just get rid of that YouTube video.
Or better yet, we just delete the whole channel. Done and done. Right?
Oh, that's right. All the channels are going down. And if you say that it looks a bit suspicious, you take the channel down. It's a totally disrespect.
Oh, like I'm totally disrespecting what? Look at these two meatballs loading up supposedly dead bodies in the back of a truck with the gate closed. That's totally disrespectful. Okay? This whole shot is totally disrespectful. I don't want to see dead bodies. Okay? I don't want to see it. I want to see plane crash. I want to see motors, giant motors on the ground. Not, oh, here's a tiny piece of the plane. It's a tiny piece of the plane. Look at the deficit, a tiny piece of the plane. Why is there no plane crash? Can anyone tell me why we don't see the rest of this plane? There's plenty of it. If you can find dead bodies, you can find a giant motor. This is what I want to see. I would have total respect for the people and not show them loading bags onto a truck. You understand that, right? I would never disrespect the dead by showing a picture of people loading dead bodies. Okay? I don't want to see that. I think it's very disrespectful. I think, on the other hand, you should show where the plane crashed, because I don't see where it actually crashed. Because if it actually crashed here, there would be burn marks and debris and smoke and crap. Today's Monday. Sunday morning, still no smoke, no debris, no burntness, no blackness, no nothing. This giant jumbo jet crashed, and there's no evidence of it crashing anywhere. This makes no sense to me. If I didn't know any better, I would say this never happened. But of course I know better, because,
You know, the news would never lie to us, ever. It's never been done before. You know.
So if anyone can explain to me what I'm seeing, I'd really appreciate it. I don't know. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, what am I looking at? And why are they disrespecting the dead in that manner? They shouldn't be showing any dead bodies. But this, garbage bags, they show you. What they don't show you is a plane that actually crashed. Okay? What photographer zooms in on a sneaker? I didn't drive all the way to this plane crash to get a picture of a sneaker. They have an infatuation with shoes, and every shooting or tragedy, it's always the shoes you get a picture of. Nothing else. Why is that? Okay? And there's the same exact shoe directly. This is nice and neat baloney. Okay? You can't say anything else about this. It's just nice and neat baloney. They don't have to show any vastness or massiveness or they used to at least trailer in parts of a plane and throw it on the ground, like a motor or something, or a whole bulking shell of a plane, when they used to fake it before.
So they go, no. We take down that channel. When somebody says, oh, that plane didn't crash, how disrespectful are you? It crashed.
Now they just take the channel down.
Oh, hey, the channel's down. It's gone. Got no views. And nobody's going to watch that.
You know? The thing is, if I go through anything on Mail Online, I would say closer to 95% or more of the stories, I don't care what the story is about, are not real. And this is the conclusion I come to, because you are not living on a spinning ball. You're living in a satanic realm run by the devil. And the devil is the father of all lies, and confusion is the name of his game. Okay? I don't know why they fake plane crashes. I still don't understand it, but what I do know is they have their own agenda, and they know why they're doing it. Whatever they're going to do with this, they're going to have some more rules and regulations where they can snap down on people where you won't even be able to fly anymore. That's basically, who knows what there's going to be like, there's too many terrorists, it's not safe to fly, you're not allowed to leave your country no longer. Or they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing, because between all these, and the people getting run over by cars. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, in the future, I can see the future, and I predicted this before. All the cars running over people on the sidewalk. How many have they had and reported on Mail Online? That's not going to stop. There's going to be more. because other countries have to get involved.
Oh, look now in Spain, some guy had a car and he ran over 15 people. Oh my God. Yeah, and he was 33 years old. It's a coincidence. And it happened to be on 9/11.
That's what you're going to say over and over and over and over again. This is our realm, not a spinning ball. Okay, when you live in a realm, you live in a satanic realm. All right. Two pieces of the plane. This is what they find. Okay, and they start off with these two people here. Okay, I've seen this in Kenya 1,000 times. Okay, now addressing the video I did on television, I did want to say one thing. If you're awake, you're allowed to watch TV because we are watchers. Okay, we report. It's like Nicholson 1968. He has to watch those movies in order to report on them. Okay, we are the watchers. When we're awake, nothing could hurt us. Nothing could no longer program us. One thing I neglected to say about the TV is if your children are not spiritually awakened yet, okay, don't let children watch TV, period. Okay, and I know that's tough to do, but so if they do watch a little TV, it's going to be impossible to do that. Let them watch as little TV as possible and explain to them, if you're awake, explain to them what the realm they live in, all right? And try to get their spiritual awakeness in, and limit their TV and watch exactly what programming they're watching. And if you can't, explain to them what they just saw. And limit their TV usage, because television is very bad for children, especially if they're not spiritually awakened. And the odds of them being spiritually awakened is pretty slim. But for adults like us, to say, oh, TV's bad, it's programming, yes, of course. But if you're awake, we are the watchers. We're going to look for the symbolism and wake other people up. And how are we going to show them?
Well, I'd show you that. Oh, I can't. I don't have a fucking TV. I can't show them.
You have to have Netflix. Otherwise, how are you going to watch the movie? The same movie on Netflix you could watch on TV. You understand that, right? We're the watchers. We have to show the symbolism. And you can't show the symbolism unless you watch their crap. It's the only way. They're spying on us. Well, we could use their technology to spy back on them. But one thing is for sure, you shouldn't let your children watch TV. And I know that's impossible, but God chooses the people He's going to take, and I wouldn't really worry about it. But to be so stunatic as he's saying,
hey, you can't have a TV in your house.
Well, how the hell did the Lord show me Donald Trump's eyes were demonically possessed if I didn't have a TV? That was the first thing He showed me. He'd wake me up in the middle of the night because He knows my TV was always running, and I'm like, wow, why am I woken up? And He showed me the newscasters with their little demon eyes. He'd wake me up in the middle of the night. You understand that, right? All right. I just had to get that straight. Just limit your kids to the TV because it's not good for them. Pray for them, have God watch over them when they watch the TV. It's all you can do. But you're the parents. It's up to you to watch what they're watching. And we are the watchers. Everyone who's spiritually awake, all right, have to watch the end times and report what you know through the Holy Spirit. God puts in your heart what to report to other people in your house, even if you don't make videos. It gets to that one person. Say you never made a video in your life. It gets to that one person. So you're at the grocery shop, and you just all of a sudden you see your mouth running off about something, and the people are looking at you kind of funny, but you just implanted a seed that God wanted in that person. That's how that works. You feel like an idiot, but then you can't stop your mouth from running off because you're passing along information that God wanted you to pass to that other person. But we're the watchers. There's nothing wrong with watching TV because this is what we do. Otherwise, how would we know anything? Because whatever's on TV is on YouTube. It's on your computer. It's on your cell phone. And we wouldn't be able to report anything if we didn't watch anything. We are the watchers. Okay? This whole realm is programming. This whole realm is satanic. There's everything you see out your window. Okay, you're in the matrix. You're in the ether. This is you're in the satanic realm. Okay, these people have an agenda. I don't know exactly why they fake these things, but it's day in and day out. And if they plaster it all over mail online, of course it's not going to be real. But the news says it's real, so it has to be, right? So we're just going to go with the news and say, yeah, we got a plane crash. Here's your dead bodies, I guess, being disrespectfully handled without even thinking about opening the doors, without even thinking about showing the plane crash. Just, the photographer should be fired for zooming in on a sneaker that's directly across facing the other opposite direction, representing the half and half in this, and how the good you and the bad you, the double you. You need both of these sneakers facing up to enter the kingdom of heaven. Do you understand that? You can't have one facing the other direction. The odds of these two sneakers landing exactly across from each other are absolutely 0. All right? Why do you think he zoomed in on it? Because there's absolutely nothing to show here. There's absolutely no evidence of a plane crashing. If there was, you would see some parts of the plane, you would see luggage debris, and the gigantic motors. Things that you will never see on a plane that never crashed. Okay? This guy should be fired. We all know that. There's nothing here. A clean site of to work with. Period. 2 pieces of plane. You're done. They do not need to show the devastation of the ground being torn up. They don't need to show an aerial view. God forbid they showed an aerial view, because it wouldn't look like a plane crash. That's it. What else is there to say? The 33, the 1111 are in the video. We got a picture of a totally good airplane because they got nothing else to show in there. What are you going to find in there?
Oh, it's the sneaker. It's the sneaker that was gold before it crashed.
What are you going to find in there? Okay, you're not going to see anything else. It's done and done. Thank you very much. Yet again, another crappy plane crash with absolutely no evidence whatsoever that a plane crashed. But that's how it is. The only thing you have to do here is get right with God, because this realm is of the devil, and everything you see in it is a lie. There is no truth to it. The earth is flat. The earth does not spin. Okay, no one goes into space. If they can go into space, then me and you and your family would have been going into space 50 years ago. Because when they invented the airplane, guess what? Everybody got into the airplane. Okay, when you're a passenger, you just buckle your seat and go into space. Okay, you don't need no training. They let a school teacher up there, and they killed her, supposedly, but turns out she's still alive, and all the people that are on the plane, they all have twins. And that's on YouTube. So, all this stuff they made up.
You float when there's no atmosphere. You just float.
That's totally made up.
Space.
Totally made up. Okay? It's all fiction. But they're so precise. They, 666, all their numbers to make you think that there's space out there, and they have professors teaching this well-fabricated lie, all totally proven in their satanic mathematical hoaxery that space exists and that satellites exist, but they take pictures, but not of themselves. Satellites take pictures of everything else but themselves. Satellites don't even take pictures of themselves traveling through space and how they got there. No, that's a no-no. You understand that? Astronauts can't do a 360
because of the fourth wall.
Okay? You'll never see an astronaut spin around with a camera in his hand.
Where's the sun? There's the moon. Oh, yes. There's my plane. Yes, and there's the earth.
That's never been done in 50, 60 years, and you have to ask yourself, why? Because we've never actually been into space. Because space was a total fabricated idea by a satanic asshole who rules this world. Okay? All this floating nonsense that once you get into space, you start floating. It's total horse shit. Do you understand that? Heaven's above, hell is below. You have to drop on your knees. Do not go to the Satanic Church of Rome with the Satanic Pope of Rome, because they hold the Bible, which is 100% truth, but they never open it up and read from it in any church. Okay? They'll never tell you any of the truth in that Bible. They never have, and they never will. They covet that Bible as you go into that church, and they open up a page and then they read only what they want you to hear. But all the stuff like you're not supposed to go to church on Sundays, that ye are gods, that actually says this in the Bible. When Jesus was about to be crucified, and he talked to the Pharisees, "Why do you crucify me? Why? Because we for all the good deeds I've done." And the Pharisees said, "No, because you blaspheme. You said you are God, and I did not." And Jesus replied, saying, "Didn't I not say that ye are gods in your own law, in your coveted little Bible that you hold there for nobody to read?" Okay, we were all once in heaven. And Jesus, in Jesus' own words, if you're going to call me a liar, you call in Jesus Christ a liar. In Jesus' own words, he told the Pharisees, "Did I not say that ye are all gods?" That's in the Bible, 100%. All right? So, the information in that Bible, they will never give you. They will never give you. When you go to one of those satanic churches, they make you kneel in front of a statue, which the Lord God said, no, you do not do. I would not wear a cross around my neck or jewelry around my neck of a golden cross. That goes against God. I would never do that. I would never kneel in front of a satanic church, in front of a satanic altar. Okay? These churches are of the devil, and all the religions are made to resemble all religions because they're just fake religions made by the devil. You can 100% talk to God. You have to get on your knees and you pray, and you'll find the truth. You have a download. You just know what's real and you know what's not real. And little stupid photographers who would be fired for this, you see right through that. You know that this plane crash never happened. So stay out of the churches. Keep your eyes open. Watch for symbolism. Watch what the Lord God tells you to do. Because once you're awake, there's going to be certain things you have to do for him. And he'll let you know when it is and what it is. It could be as little as talking to one person in the supermarket online, saying something, opening your mouth. That's it. But this witchery and fakery, you can't fall for this once you're awake. There's no way. 33 nationalities, 838, which is 1111. All right? And then down here, the crash is believed to have been happening at Ethiopia, 60 kilometers south of the capital. A witness told the BBC it took rescuers until 11. It's over and over and over and over again. They keep coming up with 9/11. Okay, a 6 is an upside down 9. It's 9/11. They have to put this in there. Just like when the guy says, "Oh,
there's 33 different nationalities on there." "Oh, really? Did you find the plane motors?" "No." "Did you find the luggage?" "Oh, no." "But there's 33 different nationalities, I swear." "Oh, exactly."
You can't make this stuff up. This is such BS. It's not even funny. But we'll see how long this video lasts. They'll just take it down. It's like,
"Oh, you can't say that. We can show dead bodies being disrespectfully loaded on the truck without opening the gate like they're just meat. But you can't say it never happened."
Even though there's no evidence of anything happened. And if you're a real photographer, you would be fired for taking these pictures. You'd be fired. This is what you capture? A sneaker zoomed in without no debris? I'm repeating myself. There's no plane crash here.
Why, Max?
Because there's no motors, there's no fuselage, no wings, no tail, no luggage. There's nothing here. Just like 9/11, not a plane found.
Ain't that a coinkydink? These planes just disappear into the ground without burning or doing anything to the ground.
It's unbelievable. All right, on that note, we're done and done. Let's end this.